Listen carefully, because what you are about to understand is not just politics. It is not just diplomacy. It is not even just international relations. It is something far deeper, something that quietly shapes the global economy, energy prices, and even the cost of your daily life. Most people do not realize it, but when tensions rise between major global powers, the effects never stay local. They spread across markets, across borders, across continents. One of the most sensitive geopolitical relationships in the modern world exists between United States and Iran. This is not a story of direct war. This is a story of long-term geopolitical tension, economic pressure, regional conflicts, and global consequences. And most importantly, it is a story that affects the entire world. To understand today's situation, we must go back in history. The relationship between the United States and Iran was not always hostile. Decades ago, diplomatic and economic relations existed, but history changed due to political revolutions, shifting alliances, and international events in the Middle East. One of the major turning points was the Iranian Revolution, which reshaped Iran's political structure and its relationship with Western nations. From that moment onward, trust between the two countries began to decline. Over time, political disagreements increased, strategic concerns emerged, and diplomatic relations weakened. What once was cooperation slowly became tension. Today, the relationship between the United States and Iran is complex. It is not defined by war, but it is not defined by peace either. It exists in a long-standing state of strategic tension. Both nations have different geopolitical interests in the Middle East region. The United States maintains alliances and military presence in several countries in the region. Iran, on the other hand, maintains regional influence through political and strategic partnerships. This creates overlapping interests and sometimes conflicts of interest. Because of this, the relationship remains unstable, not collapsing, but not fully stable either. One of the most important tools in modern geopolitics is economic sanctions. Sanctions are not military action. They are economic restrictions designed to influence political decisions. Over the years, Iran has faced multiple international sanctions affecting banking systems, oil exports, international trade, foreign investment. These restrictions have significant economic effects. When oil exports are limited, national revenue decreases. When banking systems are restricted, international transactions become difficult. When trade is reduced, markets become unstable. And when all of these happen together, the economic pressure is felt by ordinary citizens. Prices rise, currency weakens, inflation increases. This is why sanctions are considered one of the most powerful tools in modern international relations. Many people assume this is only a Middle East issue, but in reality, it is not. Because the modern global economy is interconnected, energy markets are global, oil supply chains are global, financial systems are global, and Iran is located in one of the most important energy regions in the world. The Strait of Hormuz, located near Iran, is one of the most critical oil transit routes globally. A significant portion of the world's oil passes through this route, so even the possibility of disruption creates global concern. Oil prices increase, shipping costs rise, inflation spreads across multiple countries. This is why geopolitical tension in this region has global consequences. Financial markets react faster than political systems. Investors constantly monitor geopolitical risk. When tensions rise, uncertainty increases. Stock markets fluctuate. Energy sectors become unstable. Currency markets react. Even small political developments can influence billions of dollars in global markets. This is not speculation. It is how modern financial systems operate, because markets are based on expectations, and expectations change with geopolitical stability. Behind every geopolitical decision, there are human consequences. Ordinary people do not participate in international negotiations, but they live with the results. When economies become unstable, families face rising prices. When inflation increases, daily life becomes more expensive. When political tension rises, uncertainty affects communities. In regions affected by geopolitical pressure, life becomes unpredictable, and this uncertainty affects education, healthcare, employment, and long-term stability. The Middle East is one of the most geopolitically complex regions in the world. It involves multiple countries, alliances, and strategic interests. Because of this complexity, any tension between major powers increases regional sensitivity. Experts in international relations often highlight one key point: modern conflicts are rarely isolated. They often involve indirect influence, alliances, and regional dynamics. This is why even limited escalation in one area can have broader regional effects. Today's world is more connected than any time in history. Information spreads instantly, markets react instantly, governments respond instantly. This speed creates a unique situation. Even rumors can influence global systems. Even uncertainty can create economic reactions. This level of interconnection means no geopolitical event exists in isolation anymore. Everything is linked. Everything has consequences. History has shown one consistent pattern. When major global powers remain in prolonged tension, the effects never stay limited. They spread across economies, across regions, across societies. Between the United States and Iran, the situation continues to evolve, not into full-scale war, but not into complete resolution either. It remains in a complex geopolitical balance, and the world continues to watch. Because the real question is not about the past or even the present, the real question is about the future. Will stability increase or will uncertainty continue to grow? The answer is still unknown, and that is what keeps the world alert.